Hello, 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 everybody. It's Mr. Sova here, and this is the week of March 1st. Happy March to all of you. Um, I am going to read a book by one of my newest favorite authors, Matt de la Peña. And the title of this book is Last Stop on Market Street. It was illustrated by Christian Robinson, who often collaborates, means works together with Matt de la Peña for these really great illustrations that kind of remind me of Eric Carle or Jack Ezra Keats. But I really hope you like the book as I read Last Stop on Market Street. And before I read, I want to let you know it's available to check out for free on Axis 360, AXIS 360. And you can check it out using your San Francisco Public Library card or Scholar card. Okay? Oh, another thing I almost forgot. Before I read the book, I'd like you to think about a question. And that question is, have you ever ridden the bus? Have you ever ridden a train in a city? And if you have, what did you see? What was it like? And specifically, what kinds of people did you see? The book I'm going to read to you is about a little boy named CJ and his Nana, and they ride a bus in a city and they see all kinds of wonderful people and they have great conversations as they're riding. So you might have some connections with the characters in the book. So you can stop the recording now and you can think about your own experience riding a bus or a train, or you can keep listening. So here we go. Last Stop on Market Street by Matt de la Peña. CJ pushed through the church doors, skipped down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but he never saw a straw. From the bus stop, he watched water pool on flower petals, watched rain patter against the windshield of a nearby car. His friend Colby climbed in, gave CJ a wave, and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't got a car?" "Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire, and old Mr. Dennis, who always has a trick for you." The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the doors swung open. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear, placed it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. They sat right up front. The man across the way was tuning a guitar. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Nana gave everyone a great big smile and a good afternoon. She made sure CJ did the same. The bus lurched forward and stopped, lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she knit. "How come we always gotta go here after church?" CJ said. "Miguel and Colby never have to go nowhere." "I feel sorry for those boys," Nana told him. "They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the Sunglass Man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat." CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on either side, watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. "How come that man can't see?" "Boy, what do you know about seeing?" Nana told him. "Some people watch the world with their ears." "That's a fact. Their noses, too," the man said, sniffing at the air. "That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am." Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in back. Sure wish I had one of those, he said. Nana set down her knitting. What for? You got the real live thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song? CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already plucking strings and beginning to sing. To feel the magic of the music, the blind man whispered, I like to close my eyes. Nana closed hers too. So did CJ and the spotted dog. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus, out of the busy city. He saw sunset colors swirl over crashing waves, saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky, saw the old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full, and he was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him the feeling of magic. The song ended, and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it in the man's hat. Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti-tagged windows and boarded-up stores. He reached for his Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty over here? She smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. CJ saw the perfect rainbow arcing over their soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he never even thought to look. He looked all around them again, at the bus rounding the corner out of sight, and the broken street lamps still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. When he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, I'm glad we came. Hey, everybody, I wonder if this is the sunglass man. And there's the woman who has the new hat. I wonder if that's Mr. Bobo that his Nana talked about. He thought his Nana might laugh her deep laugh at what he said, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, Me too, CJ. Now come on. And there's CJ and his Nana volunteering at the soup kitchen. And if you don't know what a soup kitchen is, it's a place where people can go to get a hot meal when they can't afford to buy themselves enough food. And we have them all over San Francisco and in a lot of cities around the world. So that's the end. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you made some connections with CJ or Nana or the book in general. Another question I want to leave you with, my dears, is why is it important to help other people? Now, I'm sure you help your family. I'm sure you help your friends. But why is it important to help people we don't even know, like CJ and Nana? And you can think about that, and you can talk about it with folks at home or maybe your friends. And that's it from me for now. See you next time.